ESPN anchor Jamele Hill went on Twitter Monday night, and she was speaking about Donald Trump. And of course, when anyone tells the truth about Donald Trump, racism, white supremacy, Neanderthugging, and anything else, it's always a problem. Now, remember the past 7 years or so that we watched these same people that's crying anytime someone says an accurate truth about Donald Trump. They're whining and crying constantly. Notice that the people that do criticize Donald Trump, they don't bring up his wife. They don't call her names. They don't make memes about her or anything. But when it was Barack Obama's wife, they was making memes. You have Alex Jones, who has definitely signed on to the white supremacist team, sit up there leading charges trying to call this woman a transgender, and Barack Obama just taking that. But this is what these people like to do. Now imagine if everyone else start calling Melania certain names. Oh, the tears would be so far, they wouldn't stop talking about that. But we look at the tweets of Jamele Hill, and let's see if anything that she stated was wrong about Donald Trump. She stated that Donald Trump is a white supremacist who has largely surrounded himself with other white supremacists. That's true. Steve Bannon was a white supremacist, just to name one. Trump is the most ignorant, offensive president of my lifetime. His rise is a direct result of white supremacy, period. Let's see. George Bush had more sense than Donald Trump. Bill Clinton had more sense than Donald Trump. Ronald Reagan had more sense than Donald Trump. Barack Obama definitely had more sense than Donald Trump. And I was thinking about all the presidents in my lifetime, and I've never seen one as ignorant as Donald Trump. So she's right about that. And his rise is a direct result of white supremacy. He ran on a white supremacist ticket. So I don't see anything wrong with what she's saying here. She said, no, the media doesn't make it a threat. It is a threat. He has empowered white supremacists. See, Charlottesville. That's true. He did say that he didn't want to condemn them. He was forced to condemn them. Then when he said, oh, well, it's good people on both sides. So you mean to tell me that it's good people who are Nazis and white supremacists? So, I mean, she's not lying there. She said he's unqualified and unfit to be president. He is not a leader. And if he were not white, he would have never been elected. That is true, because as a black person, you know that you have to be 100 times qualified, 100 times fit to even get a minimal entry level position. And Donald Trump is not a leader. And she's right. His white privilege got him there based on the white supremacist ticket that he ran. Now, she said Donald Trump is a bigot. She was telling somebody else, glad you can live with voting for him. I couldn't, because I cared about more than just myself. So, of course, one person, she's talking back, say, it's funny how you cling to Benghazi, but I bet you didn't give one thought to what Trump said about the Central Park Five, which is true. The Central Park Five, it came out that they didn't do that. Donald Trump took full ads out when it came out that these boys didn't do this. Now they're grown men. He still doubled down on it, because Donald Trump have a motto that it's weakness to say you're wrong. So, of course, you know, the other ones here, I'm going to show you these tweets. I have no problem with politics and sports, but when only left wingers are allowed to politicize sports, it's a broken marketplace of ideas, because you have no ideas. Say, to me, calling someone a white supremacist is like calling them a pedophile. No, it's not. But see, that's the mentality of these people. Calling them a white supremacist is equal to pedophilia. Pedophilia. But see, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you got to look at what they're saying and know the mindset of them. And I tell brothers and sisters, it's your job to study their mindset, because if you don't, that's what gets you killed. That is, some of you black people are too lax, way too lax, because you don't study them. You better be 100% right with that accusation. Donald Trump sat up there and defended them constantly. What are you talking about? And we mean she better be right. Who the hell is he? Then this chick here, and I did a video on this chick maybe about a year or so ago, being rude as hell to one of the workers at some service place. Say, no way you could say something like that in the media about Obama without backlash or trouble. That's a bold-faced lie, and you know it. No matter what you say and how much you defend Donald Trump, he is what he is. He is a bigot. He is a white supremacist. He sat there and aligned himself with those kind of people, period. What are you trying to defend? Only way you would defend him, and this is how I feel about it, you defending him because you just like him. If you wasn't like him, you wouldn't be defending that. It's not about no left or right. It's about either you're racist or you're not. You're a bigot or you're not. And Donald Trump has showed constantly that he believes in bigotry. He believes in racism. He believes in white supremacy, period. Notice one of his moves was to take off white supremacist groups from the FBI monitoring them. And he wants to replace it with radical Muslim groups, which aren't doing anything in America. But every time we look up, you have a radical Caucasian terrorist doing something in America. Charlottesville is one of them. They'll even kill other white people that's trying to stand up against them. You had a young lady lose her life in Charlottesville, and Donald Trump did not say, you know what, man, I need to tone this stuff down. I need to stop this. I'm the president. I don't need this chaos in the country. He didn't care. He made sure to hunker down and double down on his allegiance. You saw that press conference. We even did a live stream with that press conference with Trump, how combative he was, because he wants to sit up there and defend them, because he knows that's the majority of his base is racism and white supremacy. So what was so wrong that she stated? If she was wrong, I'll be the first one to say, hey, she's wrong. But see, notice it's a problem when she calling out bigotry and white supremacy. But if she was sitting up there on ESPN trashing black men, trashing black women, cooning it up, it would be no problem with ESPN or any of these people, because you love that. You love when black people talk bad about other black people in front of you and act like you don't do anything wrong. You know, to those folks that like that sort of programming. So the thing is, and black people need to understand, you really can't stand up against bigotry and white supremacy if you work for them. That's really what it is. Now, maybe a few of them have that hard line stance and they agree with you and they stand against that. But if you don't know they stand against it or not, you really can't do that. Now, this was on her personal Twitter. This wasn't on ESPN's time. This wasn't on ESPN's Twitter page or any of that. This is how she felt about a situation. I'm glad all this stuff is coming out. You look at the NFL ratings is down, and I'm happy about that, because people continue to boycott the NFL and all these sports that's trying to put down our community and don't want us to have a voice or anything to say. Same thing with ESPN. I don't really watch ESPN on a good day. Don't care about it. I ain't got that kind of time to sit down and we watching TV. But this sister, thank you for standing up. Thank you for calling out Donald Trump for what he really is. And they just pissed off that it's the truth, because there's nothing they say to refute you. See, when it's a lie, you can easily replace that with the truth. And this is what they're going to say. Well, you saw the video of him hugging black people and kissing a black baby in Houston. What are you talking about? Black people was all in his face. Yeah, and then black people are dummies. That's simple. Donald Trump did that for a photo op, so he could say, hey, I'm not that way. Look what I did in Houston. But the real deal in Houston, FEMA only giving $500 to people. Let people have a hotel room just for 30 days. Let them get away from their bills maybe for 1 month only. The Red Cross not giving anything out either. So how is it that he's helping people? How is he such a great guy? People getting screwed. Every person that's dealing with a hurricane is getting screwed. And it's taking the people to come through to help. So no, it's nothing about Donald Trump that I can say it's just great. And she was accurate and spot on with the situation. So this is why we in the black community need to create our own media. We need our own sports stations and grow that, because if we have our own, then nobody can suspend you from speaking out, when really the majority of these sports that people enjoy are with black players, right? So why shouldn't we have skin in the game on reporting on it or having platforms? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.